pressure and shit. And
Who fucking hand is that?
They needed a Thanos hand.
for real. Yeah.
The hand of God will slap the shit out of anybody you know.
Shit.
Yo,
Yeah.
it's been a minute, yo. Shit.
We look lost as hell, man. But, well, welcome back, people.
Here we are.
Here another episode of MA Confidential in the building.
It's your boy Double A Ron.
Mars in the building.
It's Nick. Hey, y'all. Hey.
Yo, look what it is, y'all.
Yo, we got a return.
Yeah, she out on bail, fresh out of jail.
Pretty
California
much.
dreaming.
Yeah.
No, sir.
Man.
Out here fresh. Starting anew, you know?
Well, happy 4th, people.
Oh, it's
Happy
tomorrow.
4th.
Happy
Yeah,
4th.
yeah,
That's
happy
right.
4th of July, man.
That's right.
4th of July, you know, made for another year of independence.
For somebody.
Of this,
For most of us.
of this fuckery of a country that we live in. But
I'm voting for Michael Jordan. So.
you know, Kanye don't sound bad at this point.
You think he'll give out free Yeezys? Because I hope. No, probably not.
Nah, he ain't gonna give up the free shoes.
I think they're already $20 now anyway. So
Yeah,
it's
you
like,
put them as $20.
yeah, you good to go.
$20 Jesus.
We don't need them that bad.
Damn right.
$20 Jesus moccasins.
No, they don't have to ask Elon Musk to put his ticket in because clearly
Elon
anybody
gonna-
can be out here on the
You know,
ballot.
Elon ain't gonna say nothing. He's just gonna do it. You're like, yeah, I'm the president. I was running for a long time.
Yeah,
You
y'all
motherfuckers
just didn't
know.
notice, and I outvoted you all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Even Brett Favre. No, Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers. I heard about him, yes.
What about him?
But he would have,
He tried to run for president?
I think he wanted to be a politician,
No, we don't need no Aaron. No. Yeah.
but that whole scandal, what was behind that scandal? With he funded something, but it's something crazy, like, everybody look at him different now.
I mean, it happens that way with a lot of these celebrities, and then you kind of hope for the best, but then you realize, like, oh, they really be in tune to some stuff that really I don't agree with. So it's like,
Not what I really think.
Right.
Aaron
Like,
Rodgers or Brett
stick
Favre?
with football, bro. Just stick with football.
right.
Almost nominated you for the Hall of Fame before you did this dumb shit.
Yeah.
Who you talking about? Brett Favre?
Is it Brett Favre?
I think it was Brett Favre.
It was Brett Favre, right? It was one of them Green Bay
It was
Packer.
like one of them like
Green Bay Packer QBs.
I thought it was a Pittsburgh Steeler.
No, it was
Nah,
it was Brett
It was
Favre.
Brett Favre. Or
It wasn't
Aaron
like
Rodgers.
a fucking.
I think it was Aaron Rodgers.
No, it was a
Brett
scandal.
Favre.
It was a
It
scandal.
was a scandal. It was Brett Favre. It
Yeah.
had to be
What was
Brett
it about? It was a scandal about. It was something stupid. He was.
Favre. Yeah.
I think y'all should have Googled this.
He was
Yeah.
funny.
No, I just thought about it.
Well, yeah,
I
we just
thought about
it was mad random. It's something mad stupid, and you like Brett. Why would you?
Out of
would you
all
do
people, out of all things to say, but whatever. But yeah. So we here, we back on the grind here, but we back on a subject that we previously talked
Oh.
about here.
Welfare.
Was it welfare?
It was like a welfare scandal.
It was. It was. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh
Yeah, that was Aaron Rodgers. It was
You
Brett
didn't need no
Favre.
stamps. You didn't need not a nan nothing at
Yeah,
all.
that's crazy.
Wow.
Brett Favre.
Imagine that. Imagine making millions of dollars and getting indicted on some welfare bullshit.
I was collecting food stamps for about 2 months
I was
now.
just trying to save my pension.
They wasn't giving me the welfare program for the NFL. But
Anywho.
yeah. Going back to what we initially was going to chat about. Yeah, so the obsession of the women. Now, I know we made our 2 cents of it, but what is your thought process here when it comes to the obsession of women now compared to back in the day?
Now, recapping, when you say obsession, like, what do you...
So
Being like, you want?
it was a question about why men aren't as obsessed with women as they used to be.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
And we gave our 2 cents, but we want to hear from a woman's standpoint why you think men aren't as obsessed with women as they used to be.
I mean, from my perspective, I watch a lot of like Ratchet TV, and it's supposed to be reality, but it's obviously acting and stuff. But like the image that most of us ladies, I'll say ladies, I'll be nice, are portraying towards men, it almost kind of scares people away to be like, oh God, I don't want to date a woman that like you have a foul mouth, or like you got tattoos all over your face, like what I was talking about earlier, or you just have no morality for yourself. So it's kind of like we kind of dim our own lights too, trying to be something, you know. Like social media, everybody wants to be an influencer, everybody wants to have all the likes, all the following. So you know, you may show your body a lot more, like you may do things that are really like, it's all superficial stuff, but like we forget that like you eventually have to sit down and have conversations with people, build your personality or show your personality. And a lot of women don't really know what their personality is because they want to portray what they see on TV. Men do the same thing too, but I think as women, you know, we, especially when we look at men, we have an expectation, but we feel like, well, I look this way and he got to be like this with me and this, that, and the third. But it's like, realistically, it should be a partnership. Like, I value things in you, you value things in me, and it's not just the fact that I look good, so I do, or that you look good and we look good together, but like we complement each other as well. I think nowadays people just lack that. Or you have folks that are like myself who are more like, okay, let me just keep it all to myself until I find a person that can understand who I am and be more equipped to be able to give me dialogue and talk to me and, you know, really learn about me. I learn about them. Shout out to my boo, Jamar. I see you. Same.
It's good, nigga.
It's good, buddy.
Yeah.
I think like, okay, so when you speak about the, like, especially the chicks on those type of shows, I mean, a lot of those women, they're literally just chasing the money.
Of course.
They're chasing the bag. So like, however they can get it, it's pretty much like that's what they're gonna do for it.
But they're also trying to appeal to people too, because like, yeah, it's the money, so it's all about what you can produce on the show, what's going to give them ratings and all that other stuff. But once the cameras are off and you go home, you're not going to want to be by yourself. So when you go out in public, is the same person that's on TV is the same person that this man is going to receive. Because most men, if they are like you guys, they see these women on TV and be like, what the hell? If I were to see this woman in person, I may not give you a fair opportunity to be like, let me see who you are, show me your personality, because I already seen what I see. And nobody wants to be, you know, associated with that when you got a ratchet female or a woman that like she's always fighting, you can't take her nowhere.
Yeah.
Or like you gotta be like explaining her, or like you gotta, you know, y'all do this a lot in the past. It's been a while, but y'all be like, y'all prep us on the girl before.
Hey,
she
yo,
comes.
listen.
Yo, like, just so you know.
No.
Shorty don't like the word dusk. Don't say that. Don't say that in front of her. That's not her face. Don't say dusk. That's.
You're like, don't mention anything about Pringles. I don't know what happened, but like, she really got to think about that.
She get real
like,
triggered about that.
You shouldn't have to do that with genuine people who really know themselves, you know? But like a lot of people, they lack morality. They lack just an idea of who they are. They don't know who the hell they are. They want to be like Natalie Lunn and all the baddies.
Like I said, I understand why y'all not y'all, but like why some of those chicks go on that show, because it's like, yo, I get paid stupid amount of money to look crazy,
but I get exposure.
I get exposure. I get the lifestyle I want. I'm on TV. When I'm off the cameras, people gonna know me. My Instagram followers is gonna blow up. I'm gonna get these not weird, but like these crazy amount of endorsement deals that whatever the hell they might get, like Blue Chew or some bullshit like that.
Like,
or,
what's it?
Blue Chew only, Blue Chew only like the ratchet
eyelashes.
bitch.
No, it's like Billionaire Bad Boys or something like that. Like they do franchises with a lot of the baddies, like from Zeus, right? And
The
it's
whole
kind of
network.
like, look at all the women on there. No disrespect, I love Biggie, that's my girl, but even her, like they're all grouped in together to be like this image of like, ooh, these like ratchet, like they want to call themselves baddies, but it's like, really, what do you define yourself as a baddie? Where it's like, you just fighting people all damn day, like you picking fights with people, or you pitting people against each other, and then every now and again y'all do a little outing together, like, or you taking shots all the time and you're at the club. Like, that's really all you see on that show.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody trying to do businesses. They're not talking about entrepreneurships. They're not talking. You don't hear a lot of that because they too busy whooping each other ass.
Well, social. All right, so it's like a handshake, because social media has kind of shaped the way most good men feel about women. Mm-hmm. And the reason why is, you ever see those videos of the dude that be sitting out front the gas station pretending like he poor, but then he about to go jump in the fucking $220,000 fucking Lamborghini, and most women fail the fucking test every time. You don't want to talk to them motherfucker because he look broke, but then as soon as you see him get in a nice car,
it's like, oh,
you're like, it's
damn.
oh damn, all right.
Where you going?
And the other part of the handshake come from the men's side, because now men be like, oh, this is the blueprint.
Yeah.
So all I gotta do is go get a nice car.
I can bag me a little something.
Stand out here with where the chicks is, and if I look halfway decent, I could just bag the chick based off money in the car that I drive, and I don't gotta put in no fucking effort.
Well, and
really
you know what's funny? I've been seeing a lot lately online where a lot of men have like really put themselves on pedestals, and they talk a lot about like, I'm the prize and I'm this and I'm that, and it kind of makes you wonder like, well, what women are you meeting that you know, you think of your, and not to say that you can't think of yourself in that way, but you know, it's just interesting to me. Like, I've just never seen a lot of men being like, yeah, there's a lot of these females, they're not on my level, and you can't, you know, you can't deal with me unless you are this way and you're that way. And I'm like, I'm used to women saying that. Mm-hmm. So now men are kind of setting their bar up there too, which is great. But then like, y'all frequent places where the low bar people be at. So it's kind of like, do you do that to like shit on them?
It's not a funny thing for men to be doing that. It's more so men have finally come to be like, yo, I know what I fucking have to offer, and I know men are starting to know their worth now. Mm-hmm. Before, as men, we as men was just like, yo, any person that like me, I like them back, and it don't matter how much she treat me like shit, I'm gonna be with her because she said she liked me. Now you fast forward like 10 years, and if a woman be like, motherfucker, I'll leave you tomorrow, we be like, all right,
okay.
Yo, that's just where we are.
Because there's a lot of women that really like, what are you offering to? You know, if you come to a man and y'all in a relationship, but like you just ain't meshing nowhere, and then eventually she's like, I'm gonna leave, like she's sending these threats. A man's gonna evaluate like, what purpose do you have in my life? What is it that you bring to me? Again, what do you compliment for me? So if you're a female that just look pretty but you can't cook, you don't do no laundry, my house is always dirty when you come over here, I gotta pay for the meals because you don't never know like what to do with yourself, like you don't work all the time, or if you do, like you're careless with your money, like girl, bye. Find something safe to do. Okay, because like this ain't it. So I can see why men would be like, you know what, I'm not tolerating that foolishness, because we as women, when we're in that placement too, we do the same things. Like, I talk about foster Negroes all the time.
Foster
yeah,
boys.
I talk about that because I'm like, it's real life stuff where it's like, you know, a man will see a woman in a situation where like, okay, there's some perks here, and they will really just suck you dry and act like they're your dependent versus being your partner. Mm-hmm. I don't want that. I want a partnership.
And men start to see after a while, and that's one thing I'm starting to give men credit for nowadays, is even if they get sucked into it, they don't get sucked into it for long, because after a while they sit there and they reevaluate everything that's been happening from the time they met said person, and they're like, I pay for all the food, I pay for all the things that we do, I'm the one with the car, I go to work every day, and she just be at the crib.
Those are situationships. Mm-hmm. It's no longer a relationship anymore.
You sit there, you think about it, you like, motherfucker, I'll just have a child.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to take care of an adult child. And a lot of people are gonna say, "Menace, what's the shit that they be saying now? men are sassy because we're starting to speak up.
I mean, I wouldn't call it sassy, but like some women, they would view it that way, and I think it's more of a negative thing where it's like, nah, I think they're just being a lot more boisterous about what they want and what they will not tolerate. Yeah. It's no different from us as a woman. Like, if I had a man that's living up under me and I'm paying all the bills and doing everything on my own, like eventually I'm gonna be like, what is your purpose? Yeah. And I'm probably gonna shit on you after that. Like,
you're just voicing, you're voicing what you want and what you're not accepting.
And so instead nowadays, men are just like, yo,
I'm tired of that.
I seen a lot of men are just like, yo, I'm just by myself, bro. Like, taking care of me. Like, I'm not, you know, out here trying to find nobody. I'm not out here looking for nobody. And they really be happy by themselves. And I'm sure there's women out there too, like, yo, instead of just dating these Boston men. And just be out here, just him living off my likeness and sleeping in my house and eating up on my food and driving my car and standing behind me at Foot Locker when I buy him a pair of sneakers.
Holding the waist.
Thank you, I love you.
Want to hold my hand in the mall when I buy him a PlayStation.
Remember,
you know
I like that size. I need that game.
They're just like, yo, I'm just gonna be by myself. Like, and I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. Like, most men and women nowadays are in a space where, yo, I come too fucking far in life to let a motherfucker mooch off me. And if you can't keep up, then you gotta keep out, motherfucker. If you can't keep up, you gotta keep out. All right, motherfucker.
It's dope to see that though. Like, I feel like when we were younger, there weren't a lot of men that were really independent and on their own, and like they ended up being with women because it was out of convenience. Well, she got a place to stay. Like, as long as I do what I need to do, or the bare minimum, like, she ain't gonna kick me out. Like, and I always wonder too, like, when do you get to a point in those situations where you're just like, I gotta get off my ass and do something because this is not my life, or this is not what I want for myself. But it's dope now to kind of see. I know a lot of males like that are really just out here on their own. They can manage. They do a lot for themselves. They don't need a woman to compliment them. But it's nice to have that. But it doesn't mean that that's gonna make or break your world. You know, like, it's dope. Usually you see that in women.
I'm really big, and y'all always know what I've been talking about. I'm really big on the mental health thing now. Now, before, if you talked to me about maybe like 3-4 years ago, I probably would have been like, I don't know what the fuck you even talking about. Mental health, what are you talking about? Break that down for me. But now I understand, but the whole world and how it's very important. Now, going into this dating world, doesn't matter if men or female. I think both parties should both really analyze who they are before they jump into these like relationships with anybody. Just cause like how you said, like how these men are foster dudes. Mentally, they are, though some of those men are really dependent on the woman because they've probably been coddled by their mom, or they've been saved every time they got into a situation. And I actually forget just the gender. It goes for both genders. You've been saved. People came to your rescue every time. So you're mentally used to that. So you're used to somebody saving your ass every time. So when you needed a place to stay,
there was somebody there.
Mom and dad got you. Mom or dad or grandma or grandpa got you. Auntie, uncle, older brother, older sister. Doesn't really matter. Somebody was there to save you. Financially, somebody was there to, hey, you need a few dollars? There you go, I got you. If you needed a ride, somebody was there to save you. So mentally, you were always, there was a safety net.
Yeah. Not everybody got that.
Not everybody got that. But as some adults, as us, we have learned to thrive without the safety net. We understand that there is a rock bottom. So we worked our asses
and
off.
Most of us been there.
So we
scraped it.
We climbed Mount Everest to stay away from the bottom of that. Just because mentally, we know that, hey, if shit hits the fan, there's no safety net for me.
You falling.
So when I look at today's people now, like, they're so used to the safety net. And so some of them they feel privileged. They feel, sorry, that probably just choked you up. You probably like, oh shit. But some of them feel privileged. So it's like, yo, they feel like
the sense
they
of
should have.
entitlement.
There we go. That's why I want to get to.
It's the horrible sense of it. Because how many times have you heard somebody on I love this line. I'm a queen, and I've always been treated as such, and so I deserve to be spoiled, and I deserve to be treated like this. And then you look at him and you're like, I don't even fucking know you,
Right.
or where you're from. Mm-hmm. What do you even do? Like,
But there was a video that was on Instagram or YouTube, I think, where this girl was going on a date with a guy. It was their first date, so they don't really know each other like that. And he's like, oh, I'm going to take you to Starbucks. And she went on live and went the hell off, was like shitting on this man, crushing his life, okay? And she's like, yeah, I ain't never did this. I ain't never been on no date like this before. You might as well take me home and this, that, and the third. And it's like, damn. How many women out here, they're usually the ones flipping the bill when they go out with a man because he don't never have no money, but you just want to go out
and
have
you
a nice
lucky he
time.
didn't take you to Dunkin' Donuts, bitch.
He could have took you to McDonald's through the drive-thru and y'all
Got
need to
you
get
a
out the car.
Or you-
99-cent
nowhere.
coffee. He had the whereabouts to take you
Okay.
into Starbucks.
And I'm like,
You
it's a
could've
nice
went
intimate
nowhere.
place. You could sit and have real conversation in Starbucks, but damn, cool. But it is that sense of entitlement, especially if you know all your life you've been able to get a bailout. Every which way you go. Okay, I went to college. I failed out of that. You got to go back home with mommy and daddy. You know, they still gave you some type of like allowance or onus to still be in there and kind of run how you want to. They probably bought your car, pay for the insurance, but you pay for your own cell phone bill, so you feel independent, right? When you keep living that life, you really start to build that up to feel that people owe you something. And it's like, if you don't work for it, you ain't never earned it, or if you ain't never been down to the floor of things where you're like, damn, I almost lost everything, you will never appreciate when people do offer to do things for you. Especially even if in relationships, like I always say, it's a partnership in a relationship. Yeah, there are some times that a man can offer 80% and maybe I'm only offering 20 or vice versa, but at least we're coming together and having those type of like bonds and conversations, and I trust that you'll be able to get to where you need to be not off the strength of me, but because of my support.
Right.
You know, we lack that support in other people because we get into these relationships and have these expectations that, well, I'm a queen and I should be treated like such, but you gonna treat your man like a peasant? You gonna treat him like he don't know, like he's no good? If he can't do nothing for you? I'm all sad.
Yeah, it's the disrespect for me. But yo, I actually had a conversation with somebody that actually was like, yo, I feel like I deserve to be taken out to a nice restaurant. And I'm not saying that you don't deserve to
We
be
all
to
do.
a... Everybody deserves to eat somewhere nice.
But how you gonna
But
prove
it's
to me
just-
that you deserve it? You
Right.
telling me you
Not
deserve
on the
it.
first
Listen, it's
date
time to
type
show. You got
of
to
ordeal.
show and prove, baby girl. What
Look
they
up
say?
middle name.
Yeah, you deserve it, but you haven't showed me you deserve it.
Right.
So I'm especially if I barely know you. What is that? One of the girls be like, "Oh yeah, if a man take me to the Cheesecake Factory on the first date, he might as well just take me home."
I'm ordering the Buffalo Blast.
Word.
I'm getting
Them
that
shits-
smokehouse barbecue burger.
You could be getting the 2 meals for $25 at
Sure
Chili's,
can.
bitch. You like
Sure can.
That should be hitting.
It sure do.
It damn sure
I'll
do.
be leaving out happy camper with my little tote bag. My bag, no.
We
be out.
Me at that orange chicken with the white wrist.
We happy off appetizers. Like, we is
Absolutely.
good, miss. We is
How was your
good.
day? You like your job? You love it?
Especially, it's dope. Especially if I just met you in the like
There's
I
a vibe.
caught you in the middle of your day, and you're just out and about, and you're just not doing anything. We're just out and about, and I'd be like, hey, what are you doing? You want to go out to lunch? Want to eat something real quick and get to know each other? Yo, that's a nice little encounter right there. And it don't even have to be like you said. Cheesecake Factory, you eat some appetizers. Like, you're not getting a full meal, or
Right.
even if you get a full meal, it doesn't
Okay.
really matter. It's Cheesecake Factory, nigga. The food's gonna be good.
Right. And
regardless.
they not rushing you from that table. They're gonna give you all the bread
all
and
the
everything
bread,
you need.
the drinks. Like you sit at the bar and eat the food. You know what I'm saying? But like, yo, I mean, I understand. Everybody deserves a nice meal.
Listen,
But
there's no such thing as
Let me get to know
$500
you
meals.
first.
$500 meals off $20 effort. I'm sorry, the shit just don't like that. It ain't equaling out. I gotta spend $500. but you only giving me McDonald's size effort.
You gotta put a
it's
deposit
word,
on my
like,
love. I'm sorry.
And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be a sucker to be
Word.
the guy to pay for, like, feed you. I'm not doing that.
There's a term for that, and they used to use it back in the day, and I cannot think of the term, but it's really when like
Simping?
that's the new term. But I forgot what they used to call it back in the day. That was back in the day, jeez. But you see that a lot, where there's a lot of dudes that really just get like suckered out of their money and their coins because they be hopeful, like, oh, she's so pretty, and you know, as long as I do what I want, you know, she wants me to do, like I'm in her good graces. But she literally got a whole other man who don't do the things you do, but she love the shit out of him.
She's played by old boy.
like you a sucker, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you out here, you spending $500 on meals and all types of shit. Meanwhile, she going home to her man who don't give a fuck. He just gonna blow her back out.
Right.
So you paid to take her out to eat, and he reaping all the benefits.
Good luck. Thanks, bro.
Right. By holding that plate that she didn't finish, that was for me.
Word, that doggy bag is for me.
Okay.
Or she's waiting on a ride. Like, oh, my ride's coming. Like, it'd be him picking.
Okay, so when I tell you I have friends that like do stuff like that, like they got a whole dude, and he don't treat them right, but that's their dude. Like, we've been together for so long, this, that, and the third. But they will go out with a man who like really will want to cater to you and shower you with gifts and compliments and all type of stuff. And these females be loving it. But then they go right back to their man, and then they go back to their man and be telling them like, yeah, this dude bought me this, that, oh, he got you the Louis Vuitton bag, he a sucker. You should ask him for that. And then like they be a part of the whole cahoots, and it's like. Now you done brought that foolishness onto somebody, and that person's a genuine person. Now you done soiled them. So when they go and move on to the next situation, like I told you, so they don't be healed, right? You jump into a situation.
We talked about that a couple weeks ago.
Just
Not being fully healed.
You
and
need to
then,
be healed before you ever take it upon yourself to want to embrace another person's presence or get to know them, because it's not fair to them. Let's say they are in a good space, they doing well for themselves, they working out, eating good, they go to work every day, they happy and shit, be running sometimes, like they got their life built up for themselves, and then here you come with your unhealed self and your baggage and your foolishness, and now you've tainted that person. You hope that person can be able to bounce back or rebound from those things, but a lot of times we don't. No. It takes us a while to kind of get back to where we were, because you really had my head messed up.
There'd be some poor victims out there.
And the worst part about it is it don't be their fault either. That's the worst fucking part about it. Like, they're just being their genuine selves. And then you go ahead and you fuck up this genuine person because you're just in this place where you feel like it's okay to take advantage of people.
That's normal to them.
But then at the same time, you'll cry and say that there isn't any good men out here in this world. But you just turned a good man into a man who's been scarred. And we don't know if that person will ever heal from that, because he might not trust nobody again.
Oh, for sure. Especially if he was dealing with someone who did the same thing to him, and you see the patterns, you start really looking at yourself like, what is up with me?
It's me. Why do I keep attracting this shit? Am I being too nice? Like, am I?
Nah, because sometimes we'll heal ourselves and still go right and find the same stupid person with same personality traits as the last person, but this one prettier. She looked different, or he got a job and he got a car and he got a house. Like, so you be thinking there's little perks and peeking them shits out, but it's really like, nah, that's Lucifer still.
Stop speaking my past.
I'm really like reminiscing my own. That's why I was trying not to say no names. Like,
yeah,
okay, put you out there real quick.
Yeah, we don't say no names on it. We don't say.
I'm trying to be nice.
But yeah, nah, for real, man. Yo, I don't know what it is. It's too many of the people in the negative headspace that's just overcrowding the people that's like people in a good headspace.
Right.
That's because we've
done like heads like us have done the work of trying to get ourselves away from that whole like space, that whole negative headspace, that dark area that we didn't want to be in. We freaking worked our way out of that. Now we in the light. So it's like, yo,
and I want to stay in the light.
Now, I just don't want to attract the same person. But everybody it's like a sheep a wolf in sheep clothing, man. Like, you just don't know who you about to walk into. Like the example that I made the last time we chat, like the picking of the Barbie doll. You got the Barbie dolls that's out there, different shapes and colors and sizes, but that mental, I know what I'm looking at. I know what I'm receiving physically, but mentally, I don't know what's in. I don't know what skeletons is in that closet. I don't know what door I'm about to knock on. Like, it's hello.
And it's crazy.
I'm here to
Take
explore.
steps.
I'm here to explore this chick. Let's see what goes on.
You think you're doing the best, like you're like, all right, but a lot of the times, too, people say what they gotta say to get the job, and then
Just bomb that bad boy. See how long they can just ride the wave.
motherfuckers stop showing up like a week after they get the job.
Yeah.
Like I remember like situations in the past where I'm like, I saw the red flags. Like they were right there, just flying and everything in my face. But in my mind, I'm like, no, I believe he could be better. That was just one mistake. Like I remember, y'all know who this person is, but this particular person, I kept letting back in my life every 6 months, and I did it for about 5 to 6 years. And every time we would leave, it was always on a bad note because he was just a toxic, just ridiculous person. And I would feel like every time I get my confidence back, I start losing weight, feeling good about myself, got routines. Then who comes slithering in my DMs? Foolishness, okay?
Slithery sons of bitches.
And you know nothing has changed. Like, it's only been 6 months. It's been a year. Like, nothing has changed dramatically. And you would still allow this person into your life and mess up your whole equilibrium. And it was always hard to bounce back from that. And I'm like, no, that's you now. Shame on you when you try to give people, you try not to spin the block too much, but we are guilty folks. We do spin the block, right? You shouldn't be spinning that block 6, 7 times. After that, you lost. Get a map, GPS, ask Jeeves, somebody.
Not Jeeves.
Ask somebody. Because clearly you just going in a circle and you know nothing's gonna change. That's what they said, that definition of insanity is continuing to do the same thing, hoping different results. Like, he ain't gonna change, girl. Let it go.
It's that never ending circle.
Took me 6 years to just be like, no. You keep getting yourself embarrassed. Stop doing it.
But
yeah, I mean, we all run back into them. It happens, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the attraction is when it comes to good people and negative headspace people. I don't know what it is, but they seem to latch on. They just know. They know a good person when they see one. They be like,
mine. But I love you, and we together forever, right? And you're like, no. Actually moved 3 states away to get away from your ass, and you still keep running my number.
Together forever.
Yeah.
But,
and it's only gonna get worse because I'm like, social media just continues to just amplify. It gives people more platforms to really just influence your mind. And like these videos, that's what I said, sometimes I can't even take the videos that are like sent to me sometimes seriously, because I'm like, I don't know if this is a fad, I don't know if this is something that is real. But there are some folks that really pour into what they see, and they really think like, I'm supposed to act like that, I'm supposed to treat my man like that, I'm supposed to treat a woman like this. And that's the blueprint.
Yeah.
Well, and sometimes it comes across as disingenuous, because it's like, yo, whatever happened to the old days of just going by what we thought it was, and not by what social media says it is. But a lot of the times it's, oh, I saw this on Instagram the other day, I think we should try it. Oh, how many times did you see the videos where, yeah, if you're a man and you're still dressing like this, but it's like, yo, if I start dressing the way Instagram says I should dress, then that means I'm not being myself. I'm being who Instagram says I should be.
And I'm gonna be broke.
No,
That shit changes all the time.
You're
They be wearing skinny jeans, nut huggers, and some more shit.
Word.
Like them little bondage dresses, like that look like, they literally look like pantyhose. And they're like stretch dresses where just nothing but holes all over it. Like, everybody and their mother be out here trying to show and expose. I'm all set.
I mean, everybody look the same.
No, we don't.
Right? No, but like, think about it. Like, well,
the Instagram blueprint is a BBL and
Right.
it's great. I always say this. Everybody, I mean, a lot of people look the same when they follow that Instagram Bible. I'm gonna call it that. The Instagram Bible, like that social media Bible. When they follow that, these people look the same. Like they wear the same brands, the clothes, the way how they look, and it's just
shaped like a jigsaw puzzle piece.
and it's just like I understand those are some nice, like the shoes, like you wearing some normal shoes, bro. I appreciate you for that. But there's some dudes that wear them big ass shoes.
Them Sketcher looking
Them
shoes.
big ass shoes that it look it's clumpy in the back,
them big
clumpy in the front.
them big homie the clown shoes.
And they sneakers.
The
And I'm just like,
elongations.
hey. And I be looking.
805.
Tractor trailer
And
tire
I be looking up
17.
like,
Absolutely.
I'm like, yo, are they gonna run in those? Can they run?
They
in
don't
those?
run.
Like,
They stroll.
I bet you if they run, the material will just split apart as soon as you try to go past 5 miles an hour.
And it's
Sorry,
but
my
that's
shoes is
that's
10 pounds a piece.
that's the blueprint. That's
Yeah.
and, you know, now you see everybody out like, I got this on. I'm wearing that.
Balenciagas and my this and my that. You can have all that. I got rent, car note, car insurance. Like, I would love to have more money in my savings, so that's important to me. So if you want to Balenciaga yourself to death, you could do that, and we can't go together.